Your Excellency Shri Narendra Modi Ji, Prime Minister of India, Your Excellency Srimati Sushma Swaraj, Minister of External Affairs of India, Your Excellency Shri Adityanath Yogi, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Honorable Ministers of India and overseas, Heads of Delegation, Honorable Members of Parliament and other dignitaries, distinguished leaders of diaspora organizations around the world, Excellencies, dear participants, Bhaiyo aur Behno, Mitro, sabko namaste. इस पवित्र नगरी में दुनिया के कोने कोने से आए हुए प्रवासी भारतीयों और काशी के निवासियों आप सबको मेरा प्रणाम। This is a moment of deep privilege, not only for me, but for all of us from Singapore, Malaysia, Suriname, Fiji, the United States of America, Netherlands, Réunion, France, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Mauritius, and other countries, to be gathered under one roof as one family, irrespective of which part of the world we are coming from, irrespective of the languages we speak, and irrespective of how many generations ago our ancestors left India. We thank the Government of India for organizing this event since 2003, thus giving the Indian diaspora around the world the possibility to meet. This is undoubtedly the most prestigious gathering of the Indian diaspora. Our presence in such high numbers at this event reflects the strength of our bonds with this great country called India. It also reaffirms the resilience of our cultural heritage and ancestral values across time and space, and shows a common sense of belonging that arises from being a Pravasi. It reinforces our identity as a family of Pravasis. Thank you, India, for making this possible. Shri Modi Ji, I am greatly honored and moved by the kind invitation extended to me to be the chief guest for this 15th edition of the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. I equally thank you for inviting me to be India's special guest at the Republic Day celebrations in Mumbai. It is indeed a blessing to be in the holy city of Varanasi, the city of lights, where the Ramcharitmanas was penned by Tulsidas and which has inspired countless spiritual masters. We are gathered in Varanasi not only to celebrate the threads of shared history, culture, religious identities or roots, but also to find common understanding and perspectives. Indeed, the numerous countries represented today by so many dignitaries pave the way for us to develop bilateral and multilateral actions between and among our respective countries, and thus to further consolidate common diplomatic endeavors. I believe we all look forward to discussions on the way our countries and our peoples can effectively cooperate using the powerful tools of shared history, affinities, cultures, and religious identities. हम सब भारतीय संस्कृति और सभ्यता की गोद में मिल रहे हैं। यहाँ से गंगा जी का आशीर्वाद लेकर अपने अपने देश जाएंगे। Many of us in Mauritius are the descendants of Girmitias and descendants of slaves. Together, we have come a long way as one people and as one nation. In the process of nation building, there was no singular factor more important than human capital for a small country and a small population like ours. Education played a critical role in ensuring that all faiths and all cultures are respected and upheld, that our people remain united despite being diverse, that the country embarked on a process of rapid development and emerged as an upper middle income country. On the 1st of January this year, I took the decision to make tertiary education free in public institutions. I strongly believe that students who are capable, who work hard, and who are motivated to succeed should not be denied the opportunity of higher learning. My ambition goes further than to provide free access to public educational institutions. I have asked my Minister of Education, Srimati Leela Devi Dukan Lakshman, who is part of my delegation, to further enhance the quality of our tertiary education, make it more responsive to the labor market, and instill in emerging generations an increased sense of responsibility towards nation building and sustainable development. Mauritius' ambitions to be an educational hub, availing of its bilingual asset to host both Francophone and Anglophone institutions. We also proudly host in Mauritius the World Hindi Secretariat and the Confucius Institute. In fact, the President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind, inaugurated the seat of the World Hindi Secretariat during his state visit in Mauritius in March 2018. We were then privileged to host in August last year the 11th World Hindi Conference. It was a vivid testimony of the value we attach to languages in Mauritius. It was also to reaffirm our staunch support to India to promote the effective use of Hindi as a global language, including within the United Nations system, and most importantly, to preserve its critical role in the preservation and transmission of cultures. I know that India has also taken many initiatives, including recent ones, to facilitate the access of the less fortunate to better opportunities. The world applauds the impressive economic performance of India and the transformation of this country under your leadership, Shri Modi ji. Your wish for a modern and prosperous India has inspired many initiatives. Skill India, Digital India, Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, Smart Village India, Startup India, Swachh Bharat, Ayushman, and many others. These bespeak not only of your vision of a modern India, your attachment to respect for human dignity and inclusiveness, but also your wish to ensure that development benefits all citizens including the global community. The International Solar Alliance, which you launched together with the French President, demonstrates India's contribution and commitment to responsible energy use and sustainability. We all rejoice in the undisputed recognition of your global stewardship through the Champion of the Earth Award conferred to those global leaders who are steering strategic eco-friendly approaches in governance. Distinguished participants, if India is unique, Indianness is universal. It is only an incredible India that could turn a millennial practice such as yoga into a modern wellness practice. The adoption by the United Nations of an International Day for Yoga is a landmark and a recognition of the soft power that India yields. It is only under a high vision that Ayurveda, yoga and naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and homeopathy could converge into Ayush. In my last budget, I announced the setting up of an Ayush hospital in Mauritius. In the fulfillment of this objective, we are actively working with the Indian authorities and the World Health Organization on a roadmap for national holistic health and wellness. This is just one example where India and Mauritius, as a diaspora country, are engaged in a project of mutual benefit. India by transmitting its knowledge on traditional medicines, and Mauritius by availing of this opportunity to build the capacity of its people on Ayush. Distinguished participants, I noted that the theme of this PBD is to see what the role of the Indian diaspora could be in building a new India. An educator